morning, everyone. Welcome. We can begin with a short Buddhist chant, which is paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. So welcome to our retreat today, which is the fourth of the four Vassa retreats. So we've had 3 retreats, and this is the fourth, which is also the last in the 12-week period. So just as a bit of a recap, the Vassa period is a period of time, 3 months from the full moon of July to the full moon of October. And it's a time when monastics, people that are spending time in monasteries or meditation centers, commit to taking that 3-month as a time for dedicating extra time, energy, focus to developing meditation practice, together with studying and learning some of the wisdom teachings of the Buddha. So while it's generally a residential retreat, each year we have a non-residential retreat here. So that allows people to block out that quantity of time and to be able to then practice meditation at home, workplaces, various situations, and then come here once a month for the monthly retreat day. And usually I give a theme for the Vassa retreat. And so this year, the Vassa Retreat 2025 has been developing the 10 spiritual perfections, the 10 Paramita. So over the course, we've had a look at so far 8 of the 10. So still 2 to go, 2 today. And as a bit of a remind as well, because these are, I think, practices and perspectives and appreciations that can continue beyond the Vassa retreat period. Certainly the idea of having a retreat period is not just to have a block of time on a retreat and to do good practices and so forth, but to continue and carry them on into our ongoing day-to-day life. And certainly the 3-month retreat is very much like that, because we haven't been on a sort of a formal exclusive retreat, sort of in a retreat environment, apart from, say, coming here monthly and the Thursday evening group sessions. But it really provides a chance for people to use the meditations and use the perspectives and practices in their day-to-day life. So it becomes a way of being. And again, not just be in that 3-month period, but into your life in general. So the more Vassa retreats that we do, the more we can be practicing in a mindful, conscious, wise, compassionate, spiritual way. So our life is enhanced, and also the lives of those that we connect with as well. And certainly, again, the Paramita as really special qualities that we all have to some degree, but by being more aware of what they are, we can then emphasize and exercise them through our day-to-day life. I've always found that a great sort of practice, a very practical practice, is to have that appreciation and practice of the Paramita, the 10 spiritual values or virtues, which you can see on the list here. And those that have been on the retreat days already would have the course notes, which about 60-odd pages of notes, which got sent out. But they're a way of looking and interfacing our experience from wisdom and compassion. Firstly, to be able to reduce stress and suffering, because when we engage or act with the opposite of these 10 qualities, tends to cause ourselves and others issues and problems. So being able to sort of engage them and interface mainstream regular life, especially when life is a bit challenging, difficult, stressful, we're able to go, okay, well, what's happening here? What would I like as an outcome? What's a positive, healthy, meaningful, worthwhile outcome? Which quality do I need? Maybe several qualities. I need to help myself get through this or help us get through this. It might be some patience. It might be some commitment. It might be some equanimity. So in a way, you're developing a psycho spiritual heart medicine, heart-mind medicine for engaging into the realities of situations of life to be able to get through life with less stress, more ease. So in a way, it's like transforming issues into opportunities where a blight becomes a blessing because we're actually developing and growing these qualities within ourselves, saving the situation from getting um, woeful because we're engaging these qualities. So it's something very wonderful. Also, it can make the moment meaningful so that whether it's a moment, a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade, whatever we're getting through to go, okay, it's meaningful because I'm learning patience, or I'm learning to let go, or I'm learning to stay focused and committed to get through this. So it's like we make situations meaningful, even to the point of going, okay, well maybe this can be part of the meaning of my life is to grow in these spiritual virtues. And also, what we're doing is we're conserving and preserving energy, what I call the ecology of energy, the ecology of experience. So we're conserving and preserving rather than wasting time and wasting energy getting caught up clinging, condemning, reacting, resisting, denying, distracting, causing ourselves more issues and problems. And so that the two most precious things of our life, which are life, time, and energy, are able to be made good use of and preserved rather than wasted as a sort of well, that was a waste of time. That didn't work out, and I just got angry and upset, and it was pointless. No, well, if we have the right attitude, whatever happens, even if it's difficult, we can be growing in these qualities. And these qualities are also what can aid and help meditation. So already, that just by virtue of practicing meditation, we're practicing all of these in varying degrees. And also they go on to fulfill the quality or the experience of enlightenment. So enlightenment is a result of fulfilling these virtues, these qualities. And certainly as well, the Buddha himself perfected these and hence became a Buddha, someone that has these qualities to perfection, to the nth degree, and therefore great power and great charisma, great qualities in being able to teach and to share with others because fully perfected in these 10 spiritual virtues. So certainly we can engage them as well, and we don't need to perfect them for enlightenment in terms of like the ultimate generosity or the ultimate morality or the ultimate letting go, but perfected enough, good enough for the mind to be calm enough and to have enough insight to realize the true nature of experience and life as fundamentally impermanent, transient. Sabbe sankhara anicca, all things are subject to change. Sabbe sankhara dukkha, all things pertain to an underlying unsatisfactoriness because they will change, they won't last. Sabbe sankhara anatta, all things don't have a permanent sense of self to them. All things are not myself. So that those three appreciations fulfilled is what becomes the enlightened mind. So we all have that potential and possibility. And in the meantime, we're developing these virtues to help us to manage life. It's like mentioned on the meditation group a couple of Thursday nights ago that with these devices, every couple of months it says plug it in, and because we need to upgrade, upgrade, so it can function efficiently. Phones and computers and so forth. Well, in a way, life, our human existence has become more complex, more challenging, more sort of difficult than say what it was years ago. There's a lot more things to deal with, think about, work out, have to sort of know about as well, so that meditation and developing these qualities is like going for an upgrade to deal with the ongoing challenges of contemporary life, even just the information overload that we have these days. We sort of can instantly know what's going on in different parts of the world, and to the point that it's almost overwhelming and distressing for people. So it's like developing these qualities, we're able to more accommodate realities, deal with them, and not become so overwhelmed and distressed by realities, whether it's out there or within ourselves as well. So today we're looking into the last two of the spiritual virtues, these two qualities being metta and upekkha. Now, the Buddhist words metta and upekkha. And I think these two go together really well. They translate as metta as kindness or care, friendliness, and upekkha translates as equanimity, to have an equilibrium, maintain a calm composure amidst the issues and challenges that otherwise would cause us to become upset and distressed or overwhelmed or overreactive. But they become a really good pair in working together. I think it's the beauty of the Buddha's wisdom that he's put these two into the 10. Interesting, these two are also two of four, a group of four, which I tend to translate them as spiritual emotions. But the Buddhist words are Brahma Vihara. Brahma is defined as a divine or spiritual. Vihara means abide or abiding or abode. So spiritual abidings, abiding in, abiding from, four qualities: metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. So loving kindness, friendliness, care. The second one, karuna, is compassion. The third one is joy with and for others, with others in their good fortune. And the last one, upekkha, translates again as equanimity. But if you were to choose two, then kindness and care, which is a type of a general modus operandi, the general way of engaging with ourselves and with others and even with inanimate things, is with care, with kindness and care. And then also when things are difficult, then to have that calm composure to be able to deal with things. And equanimity is said to be the balance of compassion together with wisdom. So there's a sense of I have compassion for you or this situation, I do care, but I also have the wisdom not to get overwhelmed and distressed and disturbed and caught up. If there was just compassion, then we could easily go into compassion fatigue and burnout, and then end up with an apathy. I don't care, it's all too difficult. I'm tired of caring. But the wisdom helps to temper or balance the compassion as a helpful approach to dealing with the realities, the vicissitudes of life's challenges, the givens, aging, illness, death, misfortune, things that happen. So to have that calm composure in accommodating and dealing with things, as opposed to be getting overly compassionate and then confused and distressed, or just overwhelmed by it all. So these come together as a really good um, connection and sort of balancing each other, the interfacing experience. You could also see that these two, kindness and that calm composure, they're more heart qualities. Some of the other spiritual virtues that we've had a look at are a bit more sort of a bit more head, some of them even more sort of physical, bodily, in terms of like morality, in terms of how we engage behavior, speech. Um, but these two are more sort of heartfelt qualities, which help to sort of soothe and calm and soften and bring a sense of lightness, brightness to our experience. They are qualities that we can certainly use towards ourselves, kindness and a sense of calm. And then that becomes that intrapersonal way of relating to oneself, being with oneself, even to have that kindness and calm towards the body with its aches and pains and issues and aging process and so forth. That's important to have. And also towards our personality, our sense of identity, sense of self as well, because too often we can become judgmental towards ourselves and react to ourselves. And I hear people saying, "Oh, I beat myself up over this sort of thing," or, "Oh, I hate myself when I do that." And it's like, well, that's not a kind way of approaching yourself. It's like, would you like your friends to sort of beat you up and sort of approach you like that when you do that sort of stuff? Well, not really. So to see how we can have this relationship with ourself, with metta and upekkha, kindness and compassion and wisdom mixed together, the calm composure, because this journey through life, through time and space, the people that, or the person that knows us the most is ourself. The person that we're having to journey with is ourself. And therefore, it's really important to be our own best companion through the ups and downs, so that we go to sleep with ourselves, we wake up with ourselves. So to have that kindness and calmness towards ourselves, really, really important. It's also said that often what we don't like in others is also what we don't like in ourselves. So that if we're able to, not necessarily I like my issues or I like my foibles or problems, my defects, but more a sense of kindness and acceptance, forgiveness as well, which can then allow the possibility of some degree of modification. And therefore we can be more forgiving and understanding of other people as well. So if it was like, well, I can't stand people that are not patient, and what about yourself? And I can't stand myself when I'm not patient. So it often flows together. But if we can be more patient with ourselves, more kind towards ourselves, more forgiving of ourselves, then when we see those same qualities embodied in someone else, we can have that same kindness and care and consideration, forgiveness, calmness as well. So it flows on. And even we can say that to have these qualities towards, yes, not just others, but even inanimate things as well. So can I show kindness to some of the things that I have? So not just living creatures, but things. Can I treat my car with kindness? Can I treat my bag with kindness? Can I treat my clothes with kindness so that they will then display how they've been treated? And given that we're not always engaging or interfacing with someone else, often we're interfacing with a computer or a phone or some sort of tool or whatever we might be doing. So if we can treat those things with kindness, and then suddenly there's a human being there, the kindness can flow on. But if we're treating these inanimate objects with frustration and anger and irritation and disappointment, and then suddenly there's a human being there, it may be difficult to suddenly change the state of mind and state of heart. So that person then gets the frustration as well. So to even have these qualities towards inanimate things can be really, really helpful. I was teaching a course at the Buddhist Library one time in Sydney, and one of the women on the course said, "And that's why I call my computer Fluffy." I said, "Oh, why?" She said, "Oh, it causes me so much frustration, and sometimes I feel like throwing it out the windows. But since I've called it Fluffy, I have a lot more patience and kindness towards it." So just a little sort of mind trick like that certainly can help. And again, also these qualities, they help us. They help us to get through life, some kindness, some calm, some composure, and particularly that quality of equanimity. as life goes on, as we, getting through life, there's again increasingly more things just to be patient with, to be calm with, to be not reactive with, to conserve and preserve our sense of composure, both physical and mental emotional composure, which ideally is something that comes with age as well, so that we're not sort of like flying off the handle and into rage and throwing a tantrum like a 3 or 5 year old. It's like, well, we've been through enough life to know that things do change, and you can't rely on things and or people, and that in time things may get better, and so that the wisdom can help us to then maintain that calm and composure as well. Then we can also be an example to others of how to stay calm and cool in difficult situations. It's a little saying or verse that goes, it's um, it's easy enough to smile when life flows along like a song, but the person worthwhile is a person that can smile when everything's going dead wrong. So that calm composure, that sort of being that even keeled through the rough waves rather than getting sort of blown over, which is very sort of evident in a great verse that reminds me of equanimity, a verse by Rudyard Kipling. Anyone know the verse I'm thinking of?
I think so, yeah. On the if part.
Yeah, if,
Yeah.
which I just printed out this morning. It's a nice one to read. So it's titled If. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but not too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So some wise words from a father to a son, but certainly emphasizing that calm composure and not getting upset, distressed, overwhelmed when things happen. So very much expressing that quality of equanimity, which is a wonderful word, but we don't really use it much. When was the last time you used equanimity? I'm maintaining my equanimity. I'm maintaining my equilibrium. I'm engaging some equipoise in dealing with this situation. Equa as in equal, balance, sort of a way of keeping that internal calm, not getting caught up in the highs and sort of falling into the lows. So equanimity together with kindness and care as a really important interface to experience. And as well, probably, we would be using those two heart qualities with some of the other virtues as well to help us get through things. So some of the qualities, again, more mind, some of them a bit more physical, and others more of that heart sense becomes a mind, body, heart approach to interfacing and engaging experience. And as well, meditation. meditation as well, using all of these, but particularly as we sit, we can be kind and caring towards ourselves, towards the pain in the knee, towards that itch on the head, um, whatever, and also the sense of calmness, so that we don't get sort of rattled by not just the body, but also what might be coming up in the mind as well, to have that calm composure when the mind throws up crazy thoughts. We don't have to become identified. There's crazy thoughts, and I'm having these crazy thoughts, therefore I'm a crazy person. So they're just crazy thoughts. The brain just does stuff. It can throw up anything, amazing things, wonderful things, horrific things, because the brain has that possibility. And the practice is to remain calm and composed and even kind towards this brain, mind, body complex in the course of the meditation, let alone also into the interface with the world beyond meditation. So these are, again, qualities we can engage over our meditation session this morning. We'll finish at 12:30. We'll have a tea break at 11:30. Feel free to have some tea, coffee, biscuits throughout the morning, but we'll have a formal break for about 20 minutes at 11:30. And then come back in and have a bit more meditations, for questions, discussion, finishing up at 12:30. And also in the morning from now, we'll do a 30-minute meditation, and then we'll do a walking meditation outside for 30 minutes. If you still want to sit longer inside, feel free to do so. Or if you want to go out and then come back in again, fine. So use the time for your own meditation practice, sitting or walking. So basically, after being out for 30 minutes, come back in. I'll ring my chimes. So if you hear this, it's about coming back in for sitting down, meditation again. And so sitting 30 minutes, walking 30 minutes, sitting 30 minutes, and then we'll have some any further sort of discussions and questions before we then continue on with the sessions finishing at 12:30. So how does that sound? Good, good. The morning will go quickly, so use it well. Use it well. Particularly, again, this is the last of the Vassa Retreat period. As Pip would have mentioned when you came in, we do have the last retreat day for the year will be then, which is the next one, December the 7th, and probably make that a whole day retreat. See how we go, and also an occasion that maybe people can bring some food to share as well. But certainly make the most of our time together this morning. Let's settle into our meditation. If you need to stand and stretch for a minute, we've been sitting for half an hour, then do so. Part of our motivation for our meditation practice can be that Buddha said one of the most wholesome, skillful things a human being can do is to cultivate the quality and clarity of their mind. So meditation is the way to that. We're doing something significant and special, which also then obviously really, really important and good karma to be practicing meditation, which then flows on into a sense of merit or goodness. We sort of live according to our merit. If you're got some issues happening, then it might mean that one's stock of merit has got low, sort of down on one's merit. My merits have run out. So putting in good effort to do good things, to develop more merit, sort of wholesome karma. And at the end of our session, 12:30, we can dedicate the goodness of our meditation, the merit, the wholesome karma, to those that are significant to us, important to us, and particularly if there's someone that's not well, then they can be an important recipient of our dedication of merit. So to bring them to mind. Brendan, who's in the front here, has a friend who's been diagnosed with cancer, not well at all. So Got his photograph here, Mike, together with his family, so that our thoughts can be with Brendan and Mike in that dedication of merit as well. So there may be other people that you know aren't well, or even oneself may not be well. So generating the good karma, the merit that we can then gift as a vibrant energy to help support others, a sense of goodwill towards others, part of our motivation for the meditation. So settling into our meditation, having found a comfortable sitting position, our eyes gently closed, helping to bring our awareness within. And we can have an initial deep, relaxing, letting go breath. A nice deep breath sends a signal to our brain to release endorphins to soothe the muscles, tendons, tissue of our body. And the outgoing breath can also be a symbol of letting go of issues, worries, concerns, roles, and responsibilities for the next while, not just during the meditation, but whilst we're on retreat here, disengaging from those roles, appreciating that roles come with responsibilities, obligations, duties, stress, and thinking. So even giving our brain mind a break from the need to be caught up in thoughts about what has been, thoughts about what might be, and rather using our mind to focus attention in the present, this place and point of existence, the present. And we can use the naturally occurring sensation of our breath as our reference point for the present. Mindfulness of breathing, a fundamental but profound and powerful meditation practice, leading to deep states of calm, samadhi, deep states of absorption, jhana, a foundation for clarity and insight. So using our breath as that reference point for the present, but before focusing on the breath, just feeling into our body with awareness, sensing this platform of experience, the body, mindfulness of the body in the posture of sitting for the purpose of meditation. Noticing a few contact points of mindfulness, maybe feeling our feet connecting with the floor. Feeling our body connecting with the chair, stool, or meditation cushion. Just sensing that. And then noticing the placement of our hands and fingers, making sure they feel comfortable, adjusting them if we need to. Maybe one hand resting in the other in our lap or against the fabric of our clothes. Just sensing, feeling hands and fingers. And then relaxing the shoulders without disturbing our posture. Relaxing the chest area. Relaxing the abdomen, belly area. Softening those areas that often collect and contain tension, tightness, stress. Relaxing, letting go, shoulders, chest, abdomen, belly. So we can fully feel the movement of those areas as our body breathes. Feeling that soothing movement, the gentle rising, falling, shoulders, chest, abdomen, belly. Also noticing our face, maybe feeling the air connecting with our face. And also noticing some degree of light coming in through our closed eyelids. Even though the eyelids are closed, there's still some degree of light coming in. So looking into that lightness, brightness, blankness through the closed eyelids. A forward focused gaze into the space in front through the closed eyelids, into the lightness, brightness, blankness. And you're not being distracted or disturbed by any background sounds that we might hear. Particularly also the internal mental sight or sounds of thoughts. Not getting caught up into those, but rather choosing to direct our attention to our breath wherever we feel that the most, maybe at the nose nostril area. Directing attention, sustaining our attention to feel the natural inflow, outflow of each breath at that point of sensation, point of contact, and just letting our body breathe itself naturally. Developing a sense of focus, collectedness of mind, even a concentration as we feel each breath, while also looking into the lightness, brightness through the closed eyelids. And if it's helpful to use one or two mental meditative words in the mind with each breath, a mental mantra, helping to block getting caught up in thoughts, such words as, for example, calm on the in-breath, ease on the out-breath, calm, ease, calm, ease, calm, ease. So staying with the breath. If we do get distracted by a sensation or a thought, returning the mind quickly back to our breath. All the while developing a kindness and a calmness, composure within ourself in the present. We can continue with our mindfulness, mindful awareness, either to keep sitting if you wish, otherwise to have some mindful, slow walking outside, finding a place either side of the house or underneath the carport awning area, down in the car park area, to get your space for between 10 to 20 paces, mindfully lifting, moving, placing, lifting, moving, placing, back and forth for 30 minutes. Those that are connecting with us online, they can find a place at home, up the hallway, at the back, do some walking meditation. So feel free to find your space, enjoy some mindful movement, and I'll ring the chimes to come in about 30 minutes' time. Enjoy. Settling into our sitting meditation, having had some mindful movement, mindful walking, allowing the mind now to engage with the body in stillness. Stillness, silence, and inner spaciousness, enabling inner serenity, peace, and presence. Establishing a calm alertness, feeling into the body, feeling grounded, settled, centered, present. Noticing a few contact sensations, reference points for mindful awareness in the present. Our feet connecting with the floor, body connecting with the chair, cushion, meditation stool. Placement of hands, fingers resting in our lap. Relaxing the shoulders, chest, abdomen, belly. Feeling the soothing movement, rising, falling, shoulders, chest, abdomen, belly. Maybe noticing our face, the air connecting with our face. Light connecting with our eyes. Few sounds in the background. Not getting caught up in the internal mental sight or sounds of thoughts, and rather bringing mindful awareness to our breath, the inflow, outflow sensation of each soothing, therapeutic, life-giving breath. Each precious breath giving life to the body and alertness to the mind. Feeling each breath in each present moment, practicing being present, and as well bringing a calm and kindly feel towards our sense of self, our being, simply being, breathing, knowing, with this kind, calm composure. Feeling each breath in each present moment. Always returning back to our breath if we get distracted. Maintaining this calm alertness. Enabling inner presence and peace. How do we feel now?
Blissful.
Blissful is a word. Very good. I think probably all agree there's a great stillness to the group. Sort of a calm composure, a groundedness, which shows we've been meditating for a while. We've meditated before. Not the first time we've practiced meditation, so that nice to sit with a group that's done meditation, has that sort of lovely sort of grounded presence, both within ourselves and as a group, and even outside. There's the day-to-day, this morning, or now it's still morning, but there's not much wind around, so there's a stillness outside as well. I think we deserve a cup of tea, biscuit. So please help yourself outside to tea, coffee, biscuits. We'll take maybe 20 minutes. Feel free to have a mindful chat with someone, make a new friend, and I'll ring the chimes to come in 20 minutes' time. So please enjoy. Retreats, particularly meditation retreats, can be a wonderful template for how we can engage our life beyond the retreat. Even though, again, with the retreat, we're going to a special situation, special guidelines, special practices, all coming together, but there can certainly be elements of those that we can carry on in our day-to-day normal life, so that what happens on the retreat is something which then percolate into how we live our life, our attitudes, our perspectives, practices, approaches. So there's not just something that we might do now and then, but becomes our way of being, a way of being and engaging our life. Also, retreats, like the actual word, is a movement away from something. So retreating, stepping back, but a movement away. And if we're moving away from something, then we're actually moving towards something else. And so what we're moving towards is calm and clarity, peace and presence, moving away from mundane or worldly issues, the ways of the world, moving towards qualities of mind, states of being that are more spiritual in nature. So away from the powers of the world, greed, anger, ignorance, and towards kindness and generosity and wisdom. And ideally, again, that's how we can be living and leading our life on a regular basis. The Vassa Retreat, 3 months to slow down a bit and be a bit more present, mindful, conscious, attentive, increasing our meditation practice, maybe in terms of frequency or even the length of a meditation sitting, and also looking into particular wisdom practices, wisdom ideas. Certainly, the Buddha's teachings is a profound wisdom that transcends time and place, and that becomes something that we can really look into. There's so many points of wisdom that the Buddha expressed, and any number of the different points of wisdom could be avenues for enlightenment, for freedom. It's just a matter of finding wisdom points that are suitable for us at a particular given time, whether it's focusing more on spiritual virtues or focusing on various contemplations, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, no static, stable self, emptiness, non-dual awareness, suchness. So finding something that we can align to and to embody and be as we grow our consciousness towards freedom. So again, whilst the Vassa retreat comes to an end, the actual monastic ending is on Wednesday. That's when the full moon is. Our sessions have been on Sundays that are around the full moon, but it's about continuing on with things that we can make use of beyond that 3-month period. So for yourselves, any particular questions or comments or ideas in terms of how you found the 3 months of use or the meditation sessions that you've been to? Some of you may have been to all of the sessions, others 3, 2, or 1. So how has it been for you? And any particular questions? Certainly also on these qualities of today as Metta or Upekkha, kindness and sense of care, and also the quality of calm, composure, equanimity. Loretta?
Thanks for today, John. Could you speak to guided meditations versus, like a Zen meditation? What are your thoughts about that?
So a guided meditation as opposed to just doing it yourself?
Yes, and are there more benefits one way or another? Or
yeah.
Can it be dependent on your awareness of your own state of mind? Perhaps sometimes you might need a more guided meditation if your mind's too busy.
Sure.
But I'm just wondering what your thoughts are.
Yeah, ideally that you get to the point in your practice where you're not needing to be guided, you know what to do, and you have the commitment, adhitthana, putting in the right sort of energy, virya, and sense of being able to nekkhamma, let go of being caught up in other extraneous things, thoughts and so forth, maintaining upekkha in sitting with mind and body, so metta, kindness toward yourself, so that by engaging these qualities, there's less of a need to be listening to someone or an app guiding you, so that you can do it yourself wherever you are. It's like, oh, I didn't bring my phone with my app on me, I can't meditate. But you might be just waiting in a doctor's surgery, and so they're just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just meditating. So ideally that you can do it for yourself, but the guided meditations can be instructive in terms of getting to know the process. They can be a little bit of a crutch as well, so that you can support you in following and going through the process rather than just going off daydreaming and thinking or falling asleep. And some of the guided meditations, because now there's a lot out there that are available on various apps and so forth, they can be quite prescriptive, so that guided meditation for anger or anxiety or forgiveness or whatever. So that's where they can be quite helpful as well. But we don't want to make meditation into just a sort of a psychotherapy. It's something that is a lot more profound than just a psychotherapy for the self. Even though there may be a need to deal with stuff, so the guided meditation can help to deal with and process anger or grief or confusion or rousing energy and or health healing things, de-stressing, all good. But it's also, meditation's a lot more than that as well, and particularly in the context of Buddhist meditation for having deep, profound, calm, penetrative insight and freedom. So it's about sort of using the guided meditations as you sort of need to, but also being able to have your own meditation beyond just another guided meditation. Brendan.
Hey, John. Thank you for all your wisdom and for taking us through all the Paramita. Uh, I guess I find all of them can be difficult at different times to practice, but equanimity being the last one, I always kind of feel it's perhaps one of the more difficult. And reflecting on why that might be, and just thinking that perhaps because we have a lot of expectations in life. I want this to be a certain way, or I guess it comes back to wanting and craving as well, being attached to things. But it seems like, okay, if we have less expectations, then when things happen, then we're more able to, I guess, just accept, this is just how it is, versus, it hasn't met my expectation to be like this, or I didn't get that thing that I wanted, or whatever, and so you get upset about it. But could you talk a little bit more about equanimity then, and the best way to cultivate the mind, I guess, to be equanimous?
Well, even that, yes, we could see it as more difficult to develop equanimity than, say, some of the other qualities, because the other qualities can even be used in the way of the world. Equanimity is more of a very profound spiritual quality, and so that it does need to be appreciated and emphasized and exercised. And also because as one of the four Brahma Vihara, spiritual abidings, or spiritual emotions, it's also seen as the highest because it combines both wisdom and compassion. And the wisdom is something that's very, very powerful. It takes time to develop. But in terms of it being difficult, we can even practice equanimity with little things. So it's rather than trying to sort of bring it in when things are really difficult, or even because it's the Buddha spoke about the importance of equanimity generally, so that even when things are wonderful and beautiful and exciting, just stay calm. That's even more difficult. Or if things are just boring, it's just nothing's happening. It's boring, and then we find difficult to bring equanimity when things are boring. We want to seek excitement or shake it up, change it up a bit, and so being with things that are just normal humdrum, so to speak. Just can we bring equanimity there? But like all of these virtues, we can just practice them in small ways, so that just being equanimous with the sound of Hannah watering the garden whilst we're meditating. So that and it's not too difficult, and little practices like that can then grow into using equanimity with more difficult, challenging situations. But really, really important quality to develop, because in a way, it goes against the stream of the ways of the world, whether one wants to get caught up in reacting or getting attached or excited to something, especially pleasant, pleasurable things. So it's seen as being a really important quality, and one of the main ways that can be developed is in the meditation. And even as we've reflected before, both on the Thursday night group and also on the previous Vassa retreat, that equanimity is one of the qualities that comes from deep meditation, from jhana. So a sense of not being excited, not being caught up, even when things are a pleasant, very pleasant, blissful experience, just equanimity. And this allows a sense of seeing things clearly, but also a letting go as well, and a letting go from wisdom, knowing that binding or holding on only causes more stress and suffering, either now or down the track when we have to let go of something that we've been holding on to. So a really important quality to have. And I think for everybody to develop equanimity, because life is in many ways a process of learning to let go right up until the last breath. Just all these various letting goes that we have right up until the last breath, so that when that last breath comes, there's not that attachment. So there's a sense of just calmness and a letting go, a sense of ease, peace.
Yeah, I've noticed that with my meditation, especially when we have the Vassa Retreat, that you build up that foundation of calmness, and then you can see how your mind is reacting to things. So then when something either exciting or alarming happens, you can view it from that place of calm. That does help a lot.
Yeah. And again, because we're now at no other time in the history of humanity privy to so much information that's happening around the world, then we need more equanimity. Otherwise, we're just going to get distressed and distraught, overwhelmed by the negative things, or really caught up and attached to the positive things. Like these days, you go onto some website looking at something, and suddenly there's these ads appearing on the side of something maybe that you looked at a little while ago, and they're showing you 10 different versions of it. So next thing you know, you've lost your equanimity and you're buying something off one of these websites. Challenging. Also, highly important for parents, school teachers, therapists to have equanimity, so that one doesn't sort of get caught up in just compassion, and whether it's a child or whether it's some other situation or a client or patient, that one gets affected by what they're going through, and just going in for the compassion, which maybe is not the right thing for helping someone to learn, rescuing them from their pain and suffering, which means they're not maybe learning to deal with it and accommodate it and learn from it, which means that they're missing out on an opportunity. So equanimity sees clearly what's appropriate. Compassion, caring, together with the wisdom side of things. Can I be helpful? Yes, I can. Is it my role and responsibility? Maybe not. Maybe not. If it is, yes, I can be helpful, and yes, I will be helpful now, or just wait. Maybe just wait a little while. Maybe they'll work it out themselves. Or, okay, yes, I can now, but knowing when to stop and go, now you can carry on yourself. Now you can finish it off. Otherwise, there's so many parents that end up doing the HSC, high school certificate, because the kids are just, I'll do your homework and it's for you, and
so GPT.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
I feel like I've had a whole journey with a lot of these qualities, just dealing with my mum with dementia, and sort of learning when to step back, and because there's a lot of guilt there, I should be spending more time with her, and then letting go of the fact that I can't control everything that happens in the aged care facility, and then knowing when I've kind of got a time limit now, because otherwise I can, it's hard with the repetitive nature of the same questions over and over again, and the anxiety. She has a lot of anxiety, especially when I try to leave as well. So it's kind of that reversing the roles, and yes.
Yeah, so that's where great opportunity to resource these qualities to help you, and also to help your mother, help the staff there as well, by you sort of remaining calm and grounded and not sort of getting worn out.
Yeah.
Margaret?
Thank you for today, John. That was very, very helpful. I wonder if you could expand on the credits that one builds up and how we can use those. I'm not sure if it's this lifetime or the next lifetime. It was the Buddhist philosophy around that.
Yeah, it's a nice way of putting it. Credits, merits. It's a bit like having a bank account, and so that by doing good things, wholesome karma, then it's like a bank account of good karma vibration energy that can then be made use of at times, which can either be to use oneself or even to gift the merit goodness to others. And so, which is a sign of sort of being generous, which is the first of the virtues. So even giving your merits to others, which is and being generous makes merit. So it's like there's no end. Not like, oh, I've given all my merits away, or I can only give sort of out to a certain number of people, but more like just the more you give, the more merit and good karma is created. And particularly, I think it's a wisdom point in Buddhism where we say that people want to sort of have good fortune, they want to have good health, and have good, nice things, and so forth. But it's not about just wanting it. It's about developing the merit that then allows that to occur based on the idea of cause and effect. And so that, and particularly also if things are not going so well, it's like, okay, well, maybe, yes, I can learn from that. I can let go and be equanimous, but also I can maybe do some good things, make some merit, and that maybe things will improve. And generally that does happen. And so that the idea of if one is down on one's merit or one's spate of bad luck, my merits have run out, which we have as a saying in English. It's like, okay, well, don't just wallow, do some good stuff. Go out and be helpful. Go out and volunteer. Go out and be supportive, be helpful, be generous, and get the good energy happening. And even if it comes from somebody saying, "Oh, thank you, that was so helpful, and can I help you with anything?" Oh, yes, well, actually, I was in need of something or other. So just making connections can be the result of one's good karma in that way. So that there's many ways in which just doing something good can come back to one. Even just feeling good in oneself, that's a result. Or the good karma the merit may come down the track. Sometimes it may not come for years even, or maybe even lifetimes. So it might be like, okay, well, why do people that seem nasty and unpleasant have they're wealthy and they're attractive and they've never any health issues, and why does the good stuff happen to them and it doesn't happen to me? Well, maybe in a previous life they did lots of good stuff, and then this lifetime that's worked out well for them, but they're going to run out on their merits unless they keep on doing good things. And then maybe we're doing lots of good things and we don't see the sign of it apart from just like, I know I'm doing good things and I feel good about that. But it may be down the track, could be next lifetime, it comes to us. Brendan?
Yeah, just to add to that, John, I would say that the more I practice the paramitas and the more generous I am, the more compassionate and kind I am, the better my meditations. So I feel better, and then my meditation improves as well, which gives me a greater calm, a greater peace.
Yeah.
So I feel like I benefit almost immediately from that. I understand what you're saying about the future good karma and merit as well, but I think to me there's always like an immediate benefit just in myself and my meditation practice from good karma.
Yeah. And basically just cause and effect, so that it's what goes around comes around, for good or for worse. So it's about just appreciating that basic science. That's how things work.
John, could I ask you about what you're talking about now and authenticity and I'll do this to get that, that side of it?
Yeah, so one has to be mindful of that as well, because ideally that one's not doing it with that sense of gain, but more just even like generosity, just be generous for the sake of being generous, as opposed to I'm being generous so that I can get something more back. And my teacher Ajahn Chah, he'd talk about this with in terms of Thai Buddhism, and because the Thai people are generally, very, very aware of the importance of making merit. So they'll go to the monastery and take some food. The monks, which is great. The monks get fed. They'll maybe light some incense, and then they'll say, and may I become a millionaire. It's like, well, the food might have been worth $10 or $15. The incense might have been $5, and they want to be a millionaire. That's not a fair exchange. So it's about being sort of aware, and but ideally the intention is pure, as opposed to just doing it as a means of exchange. I'll do this, and I'm to get that. But it's about being aware that how it does work, so that when one does do good things, one feels good about it, and that again, what goes around comes around. So you're likely to receive the benefits of the goodness that you've done, which also then motivates people to be more generous and helpful and kind and supportive as well. But again, it's like and not just Thai people, people can go to church and go, okay, well, I've been to church today, God, so please do this amazing thing for me. It's like, well, maybe, maybe not. Loretta?
John, how does merit karma relate to intergenerational trauma? Because sometimes I kind of think, oh, is that just trauma-based, or is it karma-based or merit-based?
Or is it all of the above?
Okay.
Now that somebody, from in terms of Buddhist cosmology, that the mind or life force gets reborn into a particular situation to go through a set of learning experiences, and even if a situation is difficult or challenging, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's that you've done something bad in the past, because sometimes negative things can be a great resource for waking up. People sometimes they think, oh, I must have done something bad in the past to be going through this health issue. Sometimes a health issue or a family issue can be a great potential to wake one up, to see things differently, to get on a healthy track or a wise track, to not take things or people for granted, to get into meditation. So we can't sort of just view if it's unpleasant or painful or it's an illness, that it's a negative thing. It might be life giving us the best way to wake this person up, to get them fast-tracked into some healthy, good ways, is through something that's challenging or difficult.
There's a real wholesome fulfillment that comes from the practice that I've noticed, and it seems to, that fulfillment seems to bring awareness to moving beyond that the self gratification and the sensual desire. So when the temptation to move towards that is less and less, the practice seems to almost replace it.
Yeah. Well, it's like transcending the self, like all these qualities, these 10 virtues. Yes, they can be engaged from self, and self is just a relational tool, an interpersonal modus operandi. But ideally, that the more these qualities are enabled and engaged, that the self is not sort of engaged. It's more like there's just generosity, or there's just the morality or the letting go. It's just done free from self. More these even bodhi or enlightenment qualities, that becomes the expression, as opposed to I'm doing this and I'm so generous or I'm so kind or I'm so patient. It's more just the no self. Ivan?
Yeah, kind of on that point. So I guess we're exchanging material pleasures with spiritual pleasures in a sense. And I've been thinking of this a series of verses and sutras where the Buddha talks about like suffusing yourself in particular feelings and absorptions. And I'm not sure if it's in Buddhist practice or maybe Taoist text. They also use the word steeping, like you steep yourself in experience.
Yeah.
And I just think so, because these feelings flicker through our experience during the day, these positive feelings. And it seems to be benefiting kind of catching onto it and then soaking it into your whole being in a sense. And also the word like proprioception comes to mind. So thinking about your whole body in space and connecting that with this good emotion. And that seems to kind of reshape the way you see things, reshape the way you feel in your body. And so really soaking into feelings and taking time to hook onto that, so to speak.
So it's a nice way of putting it, rather than self is soaked in desires and aversions and reactions, but more imbued and embodied and imbibed with these qualities, particularly the 4 spiritual emotions. And so one's just radiating them as sort of one's way of being in the world. So yes, imbibing and embodying and being in that way. It's what the world needs more people, human beings, that are living from and interfacing from these qualities. Transform the world from the inside out. Tim?
For me, I find for me, I'm a people pleaser. And for me, it's very important that I don't do good things in order to dissociate from actually being with myself. That can certainly be a distraction for me.
Yeah. So important to be wise then, use wisdom in how you engage these virtues so that you're able to be aware and introspective as to what's the intention here? Am I doing it so that I please somebody and then they're pleased with me and I feel good about myself and I need others to like me? Or can I let that go and just do it because it's good to be kind, generous, patient, supportive, equanimous, and so forth? Don't go, I'm doing it for myself, therefore I won't help you, or I won't be patient with you, because if I am, I'm doing it for myself. Still do the good stuff, but just let go of the wrong intention.
But there's a fine line for me, and have that awareness and that wisdom.
Brendan?
Yeah, John, I was just going to comment that the more I practice, the more that I do realize that it is about letting go. It's not about getting things. So about accruing as much merit as I can. It's not about getting peace and getting calm. It's about giving, letting go, and then the peace and calm just happens. So it's something that becomes more and more of a realization the longer I practice, the more I practice.
Well, again, the great teachers say that that Bodhi mind or bodhicitta, the mind heart of enlightenment, it's there, and it's more about just letting go of the things that get in the way, like the sun shining. It's just but it's clouded up. So when the clouds go, so letting go of the defilements, the things that defile or mar or get in the way of that fundamental clarity and purity and peace, then all that we were seeking is actually already always here now.
I guess all of these virtues are what clear the clouds away, right?
Yeah, for sure. They help. Yeah. Well, thank you for your questions and sharing. Let's only a few minutes left, so let's end with a short meditation and dedication of merit. So again, assuming a comfortable sitting position, our eyes gently closed, helping to bring awareness within, breathing out any stress, tension from the body, relaxing the body, allowing the mind to settle into our heart, a heartfulness, a mindfulness, a heartfulness in being present, just here, just now, just knowing. Allowing our beingness to become that which is prominent. Simply being, knowing, a calm and caring, easeful disposition. Feeling the inflow, outflow of each breath. A sense of being at peace in the present moment, at peace with ourselves, with all others, at peace with life, through a receptive, caring acceptance of this is how it is. It is how it is. Non-reactive, non-judgmental. Using some helpful words in our mind or thoughts to generate a feeling of well-being, goodwill, resourcing the wholesome qualities that we have, the merit that we've made, the good energy, that credit of merit, particularly that we've enabled over the course of the 3 months, the Vassa Retreat of 2025, full moon of July to full moon of October, 3 months or 12 weeks, of being a bit more mindful, present, caring, attentive, looking into these Paramita, the spiritual virtues, learning about them, engaging them, and reminding ourselves to continue to use them for the well-being of ourselves and others. And also appreciating that the goodness that comes from our life well lived, that goodness we can gift to others. So bringing awareness to the center of our chest, the place of our spiritual heart. Imagining we can breathe directly into and out from that area. Imagining that our breath is a radiance, a light, a color even, a warmth or coolness, a soothing, healing balm. And that we can breathe out and transmit that good energy, that heart energy to others. Result of our good karma, that merit, the Buddhist word punya, merit. So bringing to mind someone or some people that we wish to particularly share this merit with, people that maybe are in need of some good energy, particularly if they're not well, like Mike and his family being concerned for his well-being, good friend of Brendan's. Anyone else that we may know personally that we need to share some good vibes with, bringing them to mind, seeing them in our mind's eye, and breathing out this wonderful, good energy to them, that they may receive this good vibe energy, that they may be well, free from pain, issue, illness, living their life with ease and joy. Breathing into, breathing out from our heart center, sending out this good energy. Breathing in, breathing out. Also sending this energy to people that are important for us in our life. A partner, a parent, parents, children, grandchildren, grandparents, friends, even pets, beloved pets. Breathing out this good energy to those. They receive this good vibe, be well, be happy, wherever they are. May they receive this gift of good vibe energy. Our mind and heart force, like a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, beaming that directly to those individuals. Breathing into, breathing out from our heart center, feeling the sense of ease and joy and well-being, goodness of our practice, goodness of our life, wholesome energy, karma, merit as a gift to others. And also including everyone that's been part of our day so far, particularly everyone here, our meditation group, the Vassa Retreat participants. So breathing out this good energy to everyone, and as we breathe in, we receive that good energy from everyone else. Breathing out, giving, breathing in, receiving. This exchange, this inter-exchange and interconnectedness of goodwill, kindness, care, appreciation. May you all be well, happy, free from pain, issue, illness, realizing truth and freedom. Breathing in, breathing out. Sense of joy and having good company, having others to help and support our practice. And lastly, feeling good in ourselves for what we've done, appreciating our efforts, feeling good in ourselves, and wishing ourselves well, and may I too be well, happy, free from pain, issue, illness, realizing truth and freedom. So some goodwill, kindness, a healthy aspiration, affirmation towards ourselves. And may I too be well, happy, free from pain, issue, illness, realizing truth and freedom. May my life be a blessing to others. Now, when you feel ready to end this meditation, just taking a deep breath and slowly opening our eyes to finish. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being part of the Vassa Retreat, both in terms of today and the other days that we've had. And do continue with practices that you find helpful and worthwhile. And do come and share your presence again, whether it's a Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30 daylight saving time, or rather otherwise the next retreat, which will be the 7th of December. So thank you for your presence and thank you for your dana. There's plenty of books up there to have a look at, to take away. So take a couple of books, keep yourself inspired and going. And see you next time. So thank you. Thanks to those that have connected online as well.